Hello! Welcome back to the studio. I'm Dr. Wiggo, and today we're finally going to get around to my review of my M3 Max MacBook Pro, which I promised you, I guess at least 2 weeks ago. Let me explain. It's been a hard few weeks. My back is better, but it wasn't for the first several weeks after the last few videos. So basically, I've been in bed most of the time and then getting up to either shoot a video with it that I could do quickly, and you've seen those, or to grade papers because it was the end of the semester. But the semester is finally over. I've turned in all my grades, and I can now sit down and concentrate on the important things in life, like computers, because this is the Mac I was looking for. If you watched my review of the MacBook Air 15-inch, which I will link up here, I wasn't real happy with it. It's not a bad computer. It's fine. But it's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Oh my God. It's just amazing. In my last review of the MacBook Air, I really had nothing to compare it to because it was my first Mac in 15 years. But now I can compare this to the MacBook Air, and believe me, it looks great. Again, not that the MacBook Air is a bad computer. This thing, just to start. Look at the fingerprints. The MacBook Air is just covered in fingerprints. Now, I have been playing with this MacBook Pro quite a bit. And yeah, there's some smudges, but nothing like the MacBook Air. Way better. But that's not the important part. The important part is using it. What we have here are two completely different computers. I mean, yes, they're both Macs, and this is an M2 and this is an M3 Max, and they run the same operating system and they run the same software, and so they're the same computer, but they're not. For one thing, and I didn't even realize this when I bought this display, in addition to being slightly larger, is mini LED backlit, so it's a liquid retina XDR display, whereas this is just a liquid retina display. This one's does 2880 by 1864 pixels. This one does 3456 by 2234. But the big difference is this will do HDR, 1000 nits sustained full screen, 1600 nits peak for HDR. And this one is SDR only, 500 nits. But this one will do 600 nits in SDR. So it's a brighter screen even in regular. They both have the wide color P3, the True Tone technology. But again, the better screen, 14-inch versus the 16-inch, it's like $300 for the screen. But this has the ProMotion technology, so it does adaptive refresh rates up to 120 hertz. Brighter, faster, prettier, nicer. I like it better. It looks better. By the way, I went with dark mode over here, so that little notch isn't quite as annoying. In fact, I don't even notice the notch most of the time, except when I'm running DaVinci Resolve, because it has so many menus that they have to cross the notch, so there's more menus on the other side of the notch. Speaking of DaVinci Resolve, this is where it really gets good. In my review of the MacBook Air 15, I said, so I wanted a mobile editing station. So I took a project that rendered out on my PC with a 3090 at about 3 minutes. I ran it several times. And on the MacBook Air, it took more like 5 to 6 minutes. So I was not really that impressed here. But then I rendered that same project in DaVinci Resolve on this guy, 2.5 minutes. Faster than the 3090. And by the way, the 3090, DaVinci Resolve has NVIDIA acceleration so that the 3090 was doing a lot of the rendering. And this does so much more. Well, I found out, preparing for this review, I went and printed out some facts and figures about these computers. And I noticed that something I didn't notice before. This machine has 2 video encode engines and 2 ProRes encode and decode engines, and AV1 decode. This just has a video decode engine and a video encode engine. This is faster than my 3090. Now, maybe a 4090 would be faster. When I take this on the road, it will not be a big disadvantage. It will not take me that much longer to render my videos than it takes me on my machine here at home. This is what I was looking for. This is what I wanted. I got exactly what I wanted. I only had to waste $2,000 on one that I didn't like. I like it. It's fine. This one is amazing. I love it. And I've been fooling around with it for the last several weeks. I have not heard the fans. when I was doing all the encoding tests and running DaVinci Resolve and all that, my temperatures were getting up to like 114 degrees. I didn't hear the fans. I imagine they were on at that point. I didn't hear them. So I'm very, very happy. The screen, it's just a little bit bigger, but it really makes a difference. It just seems snappier. Just that little extra screen size. I have a lot more room to play with over here. Now, editing is still not as fun because, again, on my PC, I have a 43-inch 4K monitor, and so I have way more screen space. This is getting close to 4K. Not 4K. It's close enough that I got enough screen real estate that I can run around on my timeline, and it's easier for me to get things, to use the trackpad over here because it's slightly larger, but when you're trying to lasso a whole bunch of icons or anything, it's a lot easier to do when you got more room. I'm sure there's adjustments, but again, I'm new to the Mac. It's a new experience for me and I'm learning. For editing videos in DaVinci Resolve, this again is faster than my PC with a 3090. I would feel completely confident taking this on the road and editing videos. And now that I've seen the doctor and gotten some medicine for my back and it's feeling a little better, maybe I'll be going on the road. Yeah, not soon. Eventually. There's lots of little things. My MacBook Air 15 is 100 gigabytes per second memory bandwidth. This is 400 gigabytes per second memory bandwidth. So it's reading the memory faster. Not perceptible most of the time. I mean, like when you're just doing stuff and editing and, surfing the net, any computer will do. It's not all sweetness and puppies. This is 3.3 pounds. Not bad. Fairly easy to fling around. This is 4.8 pounds. It's a pound and a half heavier. I am not comfortable holding it with one hand. Puts a lot of stress on my hand. Whereas this one, I can fling this one around like nobody's business. So it's heavy. For like around the house, sitting in my chair, I'll probably be using this guy for like my Zoom meetings and stuff, FaceTime. This one is my work computer. This is where I will edit videos and do the serious heavy lifting that it was designed to do. Yeah, so over here I have an 8-core CPU with 4 performance cores. Over here I have a 16-core CPU with 12 performance cores. So I have triple the cores that are faster and that have more memory bandwidth. And again, a 10-core GPU versus a 40-core GPU. They both have 16-core neural engines. Of course, this one also has the ray tracing, the accelerated ray tracing that's in the M3 Max. I know this isn't a great review. I just like it. I mean, I could run benchmarks, but I can really only benchmark it against this, and we all know this one's going to be way faster. Now, I'm not done playing with it. Again, because of the school ending and all the grading I have to do, I really have not spent that many hours. Oh, battery life. I forget to charge them, both of them. And it doesn't matter, because the batteries seem to last forever. I will go, oh my God, I haven't plugged it in like days, and I'll plug it in, and it'll be at like 60% battery, and then charges right up. Oh, because I did get the big charger for this guy, so he charges really fast. Downloaded a little bit of music. The maximum volume on the MacBook Air is louder than the maximum volume on the MacBook Pro. I don't know why, but if I put it at max volume on both, this one's louder. So I've turned this one down just a tad from max so that you can hear. Now, we have this mic up here, and I have this mic here. So let's listen. The speakers are back here. And then now let's listen to this guy. The speakers are here. By the way, the song I chose is Nepal Chant, because this past semester that I just finished, I had several students from Nepal in my class. Very good students. To my ears, this one's louder at maximum volume. This one is a little quieter at maximum volume, but it sounds better over here. It's got a little more depth to it. I didn't get to listen to music. The speakers are good, so like when I'm playing back videos, I'll know what it sounds like. Keyboards are, of course, identical. Trackpad slightly larger over here. We got a little more room on the sides here. Actually, I find it easier to type on this one. To get to the bottom row of the keys here, I have to slide my hands down, and my wrists are like hitting the edge, and it's a little sharp. Whereas here, see, I got like an extra half inch or so that when I slide down to work on the bottom keys, the flats of my wrists, is that a word? This part right here stays on the computer and not slides off and hits the little sharp. I am very happy that I bought this. Now, it was way more expensive. It was more than twice as expensive. Yes, it's more than twice as fast, but it was twice as expensive. So you kind of get what you pay for. But again, for hanging around the house, I've kind of gotten used to using this one more than my iPad some of the time. So that is my overall first impressions and my review. It's amazing. This was a good purchase. This was not a good purchase. I'm not sorry I have it, but I am sorry I bought it. I kind of suck at reviews, don't I? I used to be a professional reviewer, 30 years ago. Well, I don't think I'm going to have to worry about buying another Mac for quite a long time. I have my little guy for just bumming around with, and I have my big guy for doing the heavy lifting, and I am in good shape. That is my review. Again, I do crappy reviews. I'm sorry. This is the Mac I was looking for. This is the only Mac I should have bought. I do like the space black. It's not black, but M3 Max MacBook Pro, good job. Happy to have it. Glad I bought it. That's what I think of my M3 Max MacBook Pro. I think it is awesome. I am so glad I have it. If I ever do get out and want to start editing on the road, I have my Road Warrior right here, ready to go, ready to edit, ready to export videos faster than the PC at my house. Win, win, win. So that's what I had to say about that. Next week will be Christmas Eve. So my video next week will be another Christmas story, like I did last Christmas. You know how I always have a story? Well, next week the video is going to be nothing but story. It's going to be a Christmas story and basically part of my life story. Come back, enjoy it, or not. It's all up to you. But thanks for stopping by. See you next time. Bye-bye. Still waving. Waving, waving, waving. Thanks for staying to the end. Bye-bye.